Hello and welcome to Empowering Moments. It's such a joy to have you tune into our program today. Trust you are all doing well. Thank you for taking out the time to join us today. As promised, during our last section, our last program, I promised that today we were going to be looking into the steps to take when letting go of our past hurts or wounds. Just before we do that, I would like to recap for those that didn't get a chance to listen to the last section. So I'm just going to share a few nuggets that we got to talk about during our last episode. All right. So the first thing we talked about was letting go of your past hurts or letting go of your past releases your future. In other words, you're only able to embrace your future when you let go of your past. It is very difficult for you to be holding onto something and also be able to grab what is in front of you. So you have to let go of what is in this hand at your back, your past, for you to be able to grasp what is in your future. So letting go of your past helps you embrace your future. The second nugget was you are not defined by your past, but you are prepared by it. That's right. Your past is not your identity. You can glean from it, learn from it, and move forward, but that is not who you are. All right. So the third thing is that you can be pitiful or powerful, but you cannot be both. In other words, once something has once your past hurts, when something is bad happened to you, and you could choose to allow people or want people to pity you and tell you how sorry they are. I know all those kind words. Or you could choose to tell yourself, you know what, it's in the past. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to just keep it there. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to turn around my situation. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to reinvent myself. Yes, that is what we encourage you to choose to do. Number four, we talked about living in guilt and condemnation or in regrets of what you should have been or done is unproductive and only help you or only keep you in mediocrity. In other words, you should not be living in guilt or condemnation. You just have to leave it behind. Number five, we talked about you may be a product of your past, but you don't have to be a prisoner of your past. Yes, don't let your past keep you in captivity. All right, move forward, break out of that prison, break out of that chain, break out of that bondage, and move forward because you are meant for the future and not the past. Number six, choosing to let go and let God have his way allows you to walk in freedom. Yes, letting go, telling yourself, I'm going to let go. It happened to me. Yes, but you know what? I'm not going to let it dictate my future. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let God have his way. There's just so much freedom in that. I didn't go into details because we already talked about that during our last section. All right. So today I'm just going to quickly go into, because of our time, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm going to quickly go into what we want to look into today. So I have 12 steps or 12 things that we need to look into when we want to let go of our past. So it's 10 steps to letting go of our past. I would choose to put it that way. Number one, understand that you have a choice. Yes, indeed, you have a choice. Life is full of choices. Every decision that we make in life, it's all about choices. You have to make a choice. So you determine the choice that you choose to take. You have to realize that you are not a victim of your circumstances. No, you are not. You are not a victim. So choose not to be a victim, but choose to be a victor. No one can tie you to your past but you are the only one that can tie yourself to your past. You're the only one that can decide to move forward or not to move forward. Nobody can do that for you. You have to do that by yourself. I know it's not easy, and that is why we can tap into God's grace. So ask God for the courage to choose to break free of whatever thing that is chaining you to your past so that you can move forward. Number two, there is a difference between learning from your past and letting it control you. Yes, it is okay to look back at your past and look at all how God helped you through it, all the struggles, and see how God brought you through it, how he brought you up from the miry clay and set your foot upon the rock to stay. And you know what? Remember and appreciate God for what he has done in your life. but do not be so preoccupied with your past that you let it control you. You let it dictate your future, your present, your now. No, glean from it and let it go, but don't let it control you. Number three, ask for help in areas of your past that you're struggling to let go. Yes, letting go of the past is not an easy thing. I mean, having been hurt, it can be, it can take a while for you to be able to let go, let it go, forget about it and move on. It's a process, and during the journey, along the way, it can be quite challenging. You can encounter some struggles along the way, but I want you to know that it's okay to ask for help. There is no weakness in asking for help. There is strength actually in asking for help. Ask for help, seek for help, look for maybe a counselor, a friend, a trusted advisor, somebody that you can trust to give you the right advice, to give you the right counsel, to help you make the right decision, to help you move forward. Ask for that person's help. There's strength in it. You'll be amazed at how much easier it will be for you to be able to overcome those struggles that you encounter on your letting go and embracing your future. Make what it's very important that you make whatever changes that you need to in life to be able to reinforce those decisions. Yes, I mean it could be discarding past possessions. Perhaps it's something in your possession that is still trying to draw you back to your past, those past hurts, those ugly parts that you want to leave behind. Hey, make decisions that will make you break it off, discard those possessions. It could be an environment. Sometimes our environment endears us to our past, pulls us to our past. If it's doing that and you don't want that, hey, change your environment, go somewhere else, go somewhere new, because you want to start a new life, you want to embrace your future. It could be a relationship. If you find that your relationship, it's drawing you back to your past, drawing back to those things that you don't want to be involved in, let go of those relationships. Cut it off, cut it off. Choose to make friends or embrace or surround yourself with friends or people that will support your decision to move forward, that will support the future that you want to embrace, that will support your purpose, your great destiny that is ahead of you. Break off this relationship. Now, bear in mind, if it's a marriage relationship, I would not suggest that you break it off. Always ask for help in terms of marriage, because that's a covenant. It's not something that you can just discard. Go for help, go for counseling, and they'll be able to help you. But if it's any other relationship and you know that it's not helping you, break it off. It's easier to pull somebody down than pull somebody forward. So if those relationships are pulling you downwards, hey, break it off, let it go, form new relationship, surround yourself with people that are now thinking like you, that are now wanting to have the kind of future that you desire. Number 4, seek God with all your heart and be excited about his plans for you. Yes, God's got a great plan for you. He has a plan to give you a great future and a great hope. God's got a great plan. Seek out his plan for you. Meditate on his word. There's power in his words. There's transformative power in that word. Meditate on his words as new perspective gradually emerges from you. Romans said we should be transformed by the renewal of our mind. Transformation comes when your mind is renewed. Your perspective is renewed. Yes, let there be a paradigm shift. Let your paradigm shift towards that which will help you have a great future and a great hope that God has ordained for you. Number 5, seek healing for a broken heart. And that is for those of you that have experienced broken heart. Maybe somebody left you, somebody ditched you, and you're brokenhearted. I want you to know that God understands your pain. He understands your heartbreak. He understands what you're going through. And he's going to turn your pain into a gain. Yes, he's going to turn that pain into a positive growth, something positive for you. For all things working together for good, for them that love God and those who are called according to his purpose. All things, even the broken heart, even the hurts, the wounds, the pain, they shall all work together for your good, because God understands he loves you very much and he's going to help you through it all. Everything that happens to you plays a part in God's greater purpose for your life. So don't waste your time and energy trying to numb the broken heart by getting involved in drugs or alcohol or smoking, or maybe you start a rebound relationship. No, don't waste your time. God wants to heal you. God, just embrace him, just reach out to him. He is here. He's here for his calling. His hands are wide open, waiting for you to come back to him, and he's going to heal you. There's healing. There's healing within Jesus. There's still Girl, God wants to hold you. Oftentimes God brings people into your life. In life, some are for a season, so are for a reason, and so some of them are for a lifetime. Yes, perhaps this person that left you was in your life for a season. That season is over. It is a new season that you're going to walk into. And God knows that you don't need that person in your new season of life. And He allowed that to happen. So if somebody leaves you, let the person go. That's okay. That the person's season with you, it's over. You are now going to a new season, a greater season, a season of fulfilling your purpose and your destiny. You don't need that person behind. So don't let that person keep hurting you by holding onto that person or past hurt, or keep controlling you. Let it go. I want you to know, what you have to understand is that people may leave you, but God will never leave you. He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He's one friend that will always be with you, always be with you. Like that footprint in the sand, He will never leave you. He will always be there for you. Hold on to Him. Number 6, try to move past the consequences of your actions and your inner sense of condemnation, guilt, regret, and self-inflicted punishment. Take your failure to God. Allow Him to restore your strength. Allow Him to restore your hope. Allow Him to restore your confidence. Ask Him to reveal what He actually wants you to learn from that hurt, from that past failure. Ask Him. There's always something to learn. Glean from it. Ask Him for that thing and let Him. Once He reveals it to you, then use it and make a better future for yourself. Accept His forgiveness, knowing that once you come to Him and you confess and you ask for forgiveness, ask for help, He forgives you. Indeed, God forgives you. So it's left for you. Accept that forgiveness. Accept His forgiveness and also forgive yourself. That's one of the things I realized. People find it difficult to forgive themselves. Hey, once God has forgiven you, you are forgiven. So learn to forgive yourself. Choose to forgive yourself, because indeed you are forgiven. You are no longer your past. Your past is wiped away. There is a brand new you, who is ready to move forward, who is ready to take charge of his her life and destiny. Number 7, break free of traumatic chains. So in other words, we encourage you to go down on your knees, freely express your anger, all your fears, all your disillusionment, all your mistakes, all the regrets that have resulted from your past trauma in your life. Express it to God. Because there's freedom in Christ. In His presence, there is freedom. Express it and let God set you free. Let God heal you. Ask Him to use His word like the way a surgeon uses a scalpel. Ask Him to use His word to bring about the healing that you need from that trauma, from that hurt, from that pain. Ask Him to give you a new hope. Ask Him to restore your sense of purpose on your knees. There's really power in your knees. That's where the freedom is. That's where the breakthroughs come from. Number 8, get rid of the poison of bitterness. Yes, I call it a poison. Indeed, it is a poison. There's nothing that can destroy one as much as bitterness. Bitterness is really a deadly poison. See, holding on to bitterness after somebody hurts you would only continue to hurt you more by poisoning your soul. And there is one antidote that we prescribe for that poison of bitterness, and that is forgiveness. I had mentioned it earlier on, and that's why we talk about forgiveness therapy. Do you know that research has shown that some people have actually been healed from some of their diseases, such as even cancer, because they forgave. The moment they chose to forgive, they received the healing. They were healed. I'm talking about physical healing, because like I say, it's this bitterness. It's in your heart. It tears you apart. Emotional bitterness, emotional trauma, emotional pain can be a deadly thing. It tears you apart. It not only affects you emotionally, it also affects you physically. And that is why sometimes some people go to the hospital and the doctors are like, they've conducted all sorts of tests and they can't find. The doctor tells you that nothing is wrong with you, but you say, doctor, I'm in pain. Yes, you're in pain because of the emotional pain, the bitterness, the hurt that you have not let go. It's affecting you. It's affecting you physically. Some people have had strong stomach pains because of anger, because of bitterness, because they're holding on to it. So the moment that they release that, the moment that they forgive that person that hurt them, hey, they were set free. All of a sudden, they were healed without any medication. That's what we talk about forgiveness therapy. So forgive the person and forgive yourself and receive forgiveness from God. So do not allow people to have hurt you to keep controlling your life by holding on to that hurt. And I want you to know that sometimes you don't feel like forgiving people. It's not a natural thing for you to want to forgive. Yes, we do understand that even when you don't feel like, make up your mind. I know I don't feel like I'm not going to operate on my feelings, but I choose to forgive. I am going to forgive this person. It is for your own good. You're setting yourself free and trust God through the process. I know what I'm saying is not an easy thing, but trust God. With God, you can do all things. Expect God to clear the bitterness out of your life as you forgive yourself and those that you have hurt you. You know, you cannot be creative in bitterness. Let's talk about the life of Joseph. I'm not going to go too much into details because of our time, but I want you to know that if Joseph was still in bitterness over what his brothers did to him, he would not be able to use his gifts while he was in prison, and he would have been stuck there. But because he chose to let go of that poison of bitterness, he was able to use his gift to help those that were in prison, and as a result of that, that opened doors, and he became the one that was in charge. He became a great man. That is what happens when you're able to let go of your past and embrace your future. You become creative. You become creative, and you start operating, and your operation that you start operating in such a way that leads to you fulfilling your great purpose and your great destiny. Number 9, let go of unhealthy attachment. Anything at all that you're attached to that is not healthy, hey, let it go. Don't waste time and energy trying to hold on to someone or something from your past if that person or that thing doesn't have a place in your present or in your future. Let it go. Any unhealthy attachment, let them go. Break them off, cut them off. Number 10, rely on God's strength to get you through the stormy times. Yes, when you're trying to navigate from your past to your future, it's not going to be easy. There are going to be stormy times. There are going to be ups and downs. It's okay, but don't let those challenges take you by surprise. Instead, let them be a tool that will get you closer to God. Sometimes you have to take 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards. It's okay. Don't get discouraged at times like this. It happens. The good thing is that you're moving forward. You're actually taking a step forward. That is the good thing, that's what really matters. Hey, I've heard of great men. They have to fail sometimes, so many times, to be able to get to what they want. So sometimes in your process of navigating or moving beyond your past to your future, you might have to stumble and struggle and fall down. That's okay. Get up and keep moving. Get up, don't quit. Get up and keep moving. Number 11, encourage others. Yes, you know, the experiences, those past hurts, those wounds, those broken hearts, those past relationship failures, they were not just meant for you. They were also not meant for your benefit only. They were also meant for you to be able to use to help others. Oftentimes, some of the things that happen to us are things that help us help other people. I can remember during my early years of before I had my first son, I had 2 miscarriages. Oh my goodness, Kenny, I'm sure those of you that have experienced it before know what I'm talking about. It was so painful. My God, the hurt, the pain, and all this stuff. But hey, see, now I can use it to talk to other people about it because I know how it feels. I know I know how God helped me through the healing process. I use it to encourage other people. So oftentimes, some of the things that you go through are not just only for your own benefit, they're also for you to use to help other people. So find somebody that's going through what you've been through and encourage and help them, speak to them, share how you went through your healing process, share how you were able to move beyond your past into and embrace your future with that person. Share with them, and you'll be amazed that in the process of sharing, you'll be doing yourself also some good. Number 12, fulfill your purpose. That's right. Do you know that your past, the pains that you've been through, can be a pointer to your purpose? It could be your ministry. Miseries. People's miseries have often been changed or transformed into their ministry. So fulfill your purpose, discover your purpose, write down your vision, write down your goal, and go to God to help you. Bear in mind that your greatest potential can only be realized in and through Jesus. So go to him. He is the one that has called you right from when you were in your mother's womb. He has ordained you. He has fashioned you. He has proposed you for greatness. He has proposed you for something wonderful and something great. So go to him and ask him what your purpose is. Then start walking towards it with him. You'll be amazed. Step boldly into your future, because I know that your future is great. You're not your past. You are your future, and that future is great. Remember that you're not alone. God is always with you. Don't linger in any place that God is calling you to live. Your best days ahead of you. Expect God to bless you in ways that you can imagine. I want you to know that you're not alone. We are also here for you. So if you need to reach out to us for any reason, for encouragement, for support, anything that you need, hey, we are here for you. All right. So don't forget, just reach out to us. We're just a phone call away. We're just a text away. We're just a Facebook away. Wherever at all, we just maybe at the end you can have our information. You feel free to reach out to us. We love you very much. We're praying for you. Until our next session or our next episode, you stay safe and take care of yourself. We love you. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in today to be with us. Bye bye.